Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to tell you a little story today about the time or the couple instances I've had with the Akashic Records. So the Akashic Records, as far as I know, what that is it's a place, a supposed place where all the information of the universe is held, and some people believe it's actually a physical place where information is held. Some people believe that it's a mythical place. Some people believe that it's a mental place. All the information is held that's of everything that's happened or going to happen. I personally believe it's a combination of all those things. It's a combination of everything that has happened and will happen, and the stuff that has happened is a physical place, and we just don't know where it's at. But anyway, so I have these tarot cards that talk about the Akashic Records, and that's really about all I know about it. So, but one day when I was doing a meditation, one of the people that I had worked with I was trying to figure out a way to get deep inside myself. I was trying to figure out a way to really do some deep meditation. And one of the people I was working with was talking to me about making like a pyramid deep within my meditation, or following a tunnel, or making a cave, or doing things like that, as far as to find deep places within myself to find different things out about myself. So I thought, oh, okay, I will do that. So I had already made a secret entrance to my higher self, and that was behind my heart. So I can't remember why, but I had asked one of my guides to go with me, which is Serapis Bey, and so we were in the meditative state, and I said, hey, come with me, let's go. And I don't remember where we're going to go, honestly, but whatever I was going to do, I think I was going to go try and do some deep meditation. And so we went, into my heart space, and then we went to the secret door to my higher self. And when we got there, for some reason in this little room, there was this slide, like a big children's slide, that goes around and around, the big plastic slide. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a slide in here. And he's like, let's do it. So we said, okay. So we took this big slide, and the slide, when you got on it, it was huge, and it like went through the cosmos, and there's stars and planets, and we're just having a good old time, and it just went on forever and ever, and it was beautiful, it was fun, and it was great, and we went like a big water slide, down the cosmos. And so then when we finally got down to the bottom, we just landed in this room, this like old, room, and it was like an old ancient library. And there was just ancient bookcases and ancient books, with leather bindings, and it was very cool, and I just love that stuff. And I was like, whoa, where are we at? Because I had no idea. I wasn't planning on going anywhere like this. And so suddenly then somebody was there, and I said, where are we? And he's like, oh, you're in the Akashic Records. And I just was like, whoa, that is so cool. And he says, what, do you have a question? What do you want to know? And I just was like, I don't know. I didn't plan on coming here. I'm sure I do have a question. I'm sure I have a million questions. I didn't plan on coming here. I'm not prepared. I don't know what to ask. And I'm sitting there trying to think of something to ask. And I just was like, and I'm like, do you have anything on me? And I had previously learned that my spirit or my higher self name was Ariel. I said, do you have anything on Ariel? I said, I want to know everything there is to know about Ariel. And he said, okay. And then there was this big wooden table in front of us. And all of a sudden there was all this books and manuscripts and just ancient books on Ariel, on me. And so, Serapis Bey and me are sitting in front of this huge table with all these books on it. And I just looked at it, and I just went, do you happen to have it in a movie or something? And Serapis Bey was sitting next to me, and he's like, oh my gosh. And he was so embarrassed, because he's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to read all that. And he was just mortified that I was so lazy. And I just was like, come on, I don't want to read all that. And the guy's like, yeah, sure. And so then he pops in a movie, and so then we watched this story of my life, I guess. it was very cool. It was, and I don't really remember too much of it, but it was very cool. And the part I remember was that we were led there, and that I was too lazy to read the books about my life, and Serapis was embarrassed. So that's the part I kind of really remember. But now I know how to get to the Akashic Record. So that was kind of the meaning of all that. And I didn't really have a good question to ask. So then a couple days later, when I was channeling with a friend of mine, I had told her that story, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Maybe we could go there." And I said, "Yeah, let's go." So when we were channeling, we went there, and the question she wanted to know was, she's been told in different channels that she's supposed to write a book. And she's like, "What am I supposed to write a book on?" And so then we went down the slide, and we went to the Akashic Records, and we asked, and he's like, "Well, I'm not supposed to do this, but here, look. Well, this is kind of what it is." And he showed her what the book ends up being, in the future, and it ended up being a kind of what's going on, like, right, it ends up being like a history book of what's going on, like, right now, like a memoir of what's happening right now in the world. And so I told her, the advice basically for that channeling was that she needs to really keep track of everything that's going on, and keep notes of what's going on, and newspaper clippings and that kind of stuff, because she's going to be writing the memoirs of the 2020 COVID and the election and all the things going on with that, and what she needs to do with that. So that was very cool, and it was very kind of freaky. And she said later on, she goes, "Well, that's no pressure." And she was just really overwhelmed, because she's like, "I don't even know where to begin." So that was just kind of funny. So and since then I have not been back, and I really need to go back. I really need to think of a really good question to go back, and it's one of those things that I just need to make time to do it. And so if you have a really cool question you might want to ask at the Akashic Records, and you want me to ask it, just let me know. Private message me and let me know, and maybe we can go ask it and see what I come up with. So that was just very interesting. So that's my story with the Akashic Record. And again, if you have a question you want to ask, let me know, and we'll find out. Have a great rest of your day, with love and light. Thank you.